How's it going, everybody? I am Preston Johnson. Welcome to Last Word Cheetah, brought to you by Bets TV.
As a general philosophy.
That's exactly right. You're a fish.
Qwan, by the way, my producer, Qwan Young, doing a good job. He'll be taking the calls. How you doing today, bud?
Hey, man, how are you?
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Welcome to the show, Bets TV, bringing you Last Word Cheetah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Last Word Cheetah here in the Bets TV studios in Southern California. I am Preston Johnson, your host, alongside Qwan Young, co-hosting and producing. How is your Tuesday been? Morning good, bad? How did Monday Night Football go? Rams fans, Stafford MVP better?
I got some Jack Daniel's shrimp to ease my pain.
DGI, huh?
Like the first interception, I already knew what it was going to be.
Oh, you were watching it there.
No, well, I saw what happened during the first interception, and I threw my hands in the air and said, well, whatever.
You called it that early, just like you did Friday night when you were going out for your birthday.
Listen, man, life is like a circle. You just keep seeing the same things over and over again.
Fair enough. We take your calls, 661-515-BETS. We talk through your bets. We track your favorite bet of the day. You can look forward to the weekend. You can look at football for college, NFL, whatever it may be. We have action tonight, 3 games. One that we talked over yesterday that was 6.5 Toledo. Now it's 7.5 in the market, so hopefully people grabbed that one. That's a good spot to be in at this point. We also have a little bit of NBA, big Warriors, KD, Nets, kind of. Actually, let's talk about this for a minute. We don't usually do the old clickbaity storylines. We're a betting show. By the way, we give you cash if you can actually call in and pick winners. So that's something we do every month. Need to plug that. People are starting to call in. But there is a beat writer for the Warriors, Dieter Kurtenbach, I believe is how you say his name, wrote an article. Took a while, but the Warriors are winning the breakup with Kevin Durant. And if you go through Kevin Durant's recent likes, they're all the people quote tweeting that article saying, well, what a piece of shite writing, do better. This is the most narrative and butthurt article I've ever seen. Warriors media sucks. So here we are. Durant's, look, he's been known to have the burners. He cares about what other people think. He's going through liking all the quote tweets, smashing this article. Coincidentally, the morning that they actually play tonight, the Nets are at home to the Warriors, laying 3 points. I ask you this, Qwan. Seems like you have some thoughts because you already split screen. KD props tonight. Are we just banging overs? Like, is he just going to go absolutely bonkers tonight because of all of this media stuff? And I don't know. He definitely holds grudges.
Absolutely.
It's been like a known thing. Clearly, this matters to him. Like, is he just going to go out and smash the Warriors tonight? Yes. Is he going to tell James Harden, hey, I want to drop 50? Just let me have the ball a little more often than normal? Probably. Like, I don't know. Is there an extra edge there? Because, look, people are going to say, oh, like, and I'm 99% analytical, 1% narrative. This is the 1% where it actually is like, I think there's some logic to the fact that no, KD won't magically play better because he cares more. He cares every time he goes out to play a game. Will his usage percentage go up 10% because he wants to F you to the Warriors? That's possible. And if your usage is going up, all of your stats are going up. So that's where I think there might be something to be said with that. Before we take Nick's call, what?
Does it matter if they lose? Because if he goes for 50 and they still lose, they're going to
lose. Yeah, if they lose, they lose.
Yeah.
This will be in, by the way, day 2 of Betting Extraordinaire. We're going to do this game because we got to do KD props.
I can
now.
tell when you get inspired.
Look, the guy's going through liking on Twitter the morning of a big game. All the people talking crap. Well, excuse me, quoting the crap talking. Anyways, it's just super petty, and I think it's going to manifest itself on the court.
The Warriors won the breakup?
I have no idea. How do we know yet? I didn't read the article, to be completely honest, so I don't know what his argument is. It's because the Warriors have played pretty well this year so far. That doesn't mean anything.
And that's we're an inch away from going to the final.
If Kyrie and Harden don't both get hurt, even if just one gets hurt, they're going to beat the Bucks. They're probably going to win the NBA Finals. So the Warriors won the breakup because the Nets got hurt and KD's too two of the top 25 guys in the league were hurt. The Nets could still win this year. I don't know. It's a weird article to post, but the timing of it was perfect. Katie obviously took offense, and I'm extremely excited to follow that game tonight. It's in about 3.5 hours, first game on the docket. With that being said, let's bring in, is it Nick that was first you said? So you lost another bet on that. I think you bet on Ty. Nick, what is up, man? How are you doing?
Hey, we're doing all right. Yeah, it's actually interesting as far as the NBA goes. It's kind of funny. I normally do college football here because it's normally my bread and butter. But actually, I have an NBA like prop model kind of connect to a daily fantasy on the side, and that's actually been doing pretty well. So I may, as much as I'm tempted to jump into the NBA player prop model, I think I'm going to save them until college football's over until I start using it on the show. But I'm this is an interesting show, or it's an interesting game tonight, obviously for all the reasons you mentioned. And I'll probably keep in track tonight and maybe play some props on that. But for tonight, we got some action. We got to do some action. And I agree with you on the Toledo side. I actually laid it as low as 4.5 on FanDuel on the opener, but obviously that is long gone. Yep. And we got to make up some units because last week on the show was not that good. So Eastern Michigan money line is what we're going to roll with.
Okay, let me pull up the money line prices real quick. It looks like plus 190 is the best on the board here.
I've got. Let me refresh this on my screen. Sorry, 1 second.
I don't have FanDuel on my immediate screen, so if it's better,
okay. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there is a 194 at FanDuel. That is exactly what we will go with. Let's see, 190 at Caesars, but 194 at FanDuel. Yeah, we'll go with the 194. Yep.
Cool. Any reasoning, real quick? Just kind of playing the dog that has a chance that's 2-1, or what are you thinking?
Well, actually, this was the week you were gone because I played Moneyline Central Michigan against Western Michigan a couple weeks ago when Maction first started. And so I don't know if it's still the same, but if it's still dead last. But Western Michigan, at least at the time, and I assume they're still around it. If they're not dead last, they're very close to it. In dead last in special teams, at least according to the SP Plus special teams rankings, they have been using. They're dead last in punt returns and kick returns, and they're awful in coverage in both those areas. And Central Michigan returned 2 punts for touchdowns in that game. And Eastern Michigan special teams is better than Central Michigan's for what it's worth. And if you even just look at net yards per play, Eastern Michigan is only slightly behind Western Michigan as of right now. Yeah, Western Michigan's strength of schedule is a little bit better than Eastern's. But anyways, I have the number closer to more like 3.5, 4, somewhere in that. Let me see, 3.5. Yeah, because the game is at Eastern. Yeah, 3.5. So, yep. So, yeah, I've got the line closer to 3.5, and so I got to make up a little bit of ground, and it's Maction. So, got to roll with the money line, and might as well do it.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you later on.
Sounds good. See ya.
See ya. Don't hate it. My number is a little lower as well. More like 4.5, but yeah, if you made me, I'd take the 6 points or the money line. So slight agree. Who's up next?
We got Paul in Tuscaloosa.
What's up, Paul? How are you doing today?
Hey, doing well. How are you doing?
Pretty well, man. Thank you. What do you want to lock in for your bet?
I think I'm going to go to the NFL and do something that I've done, seems like a lot this year, personally, and I'm going to do a teaser with the Saints and the Vikings.
All right. I was just recording a podcast earlier on today, and we were discussing some teaser strategy. He was trying to lock in a teaser as his favorite bet of the day. Yes, this one I think fits the bill. You can obviously get up to 7.5 on the Saints at a few spots, and then you wanted the Vikings?
Yes, I think
so. That'll be
8.5.
8.5 on them. Yeah, that fits the kind of through the 3 and 7. Plus, when a lot of spots are +1 now on the Saints anyway, get the 7.5s while you still can. Think that's totally good.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Good luck.
Yeah, I liked it. I appreciate it.
See ya.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
We got our boy Patrick.
Patrick, how's it going, man?
Paul just stole my thunder because that was going to be my exact teaser that I was going to play.
Really?
The exact teaser, yeah. I mean, when do the Vikings ever play more than a one-score game?
That's exactly what I said on the podcast.
You never want to play the Vikings as a favorite ever. But give me 8.5 points for the Vikings. Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. And the Saints with a low total against the Eagles, who haven't won at home this year.
Weird.
That's my favorite tease of the week for sure. But I want to ask you about another line that is baffling me. This Thursday night game with the Patriots and the Falcons, I mean, I saw flat sevens today. I'd make this closer to 4 generously. This line seems so out of whack, and I get it because the Falcons got jackhammered last week by the Cowboys, and the Patriots did the same to the Browns. So, I mean, I guess I can see why there's an overreaction there. I haven't bet this game yet, but I think I'm going to have a bet on the Falcons here.
After adjusting some stuff, I'll tell you, I was surprised the Browns got to like pick midweek, and then the Pats got bet pretty heavily. Like 2.5s were juiced at close. I think we were just kind of behind on the Pats. And look, this guy, I was on the podcast with Josh Rosenthal. It's going to probably go up tomorrow. But I was like, did you listen to the show? We had a guy call in and say Mac Jones is a top 5 QB. PFF grades Mac Jones right now this season as the 5th best quarterback in the league. They crushed the Browns, and then Atlanta gets stomped. I adjusted pretty heavily now. I'm on a neutral field. I have New England almost 8 points better than the Falcons. So how much do you want to give? What win probability do you want to give?
So you're pretty close then.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not going to give much home field to Atlanta around a 7 anyway. Like, I actually think the move up is fair. I didn't think so necessarily last weekend with Cleveland, but I think Baker with one arm is just Cleveland's done, especially if they go down early. They can't run the ball as well. Like, it's just going to be one of those kind of game script type game-to-game, week-to-week stuff for the Browns. So I'm actually closer to 7. I think it's fine, but also if you force me to bet it, it's kind of a crazy number getting 7 at home to a Pats and a rookie QB.
Yeah.
But the rookie QB is one of the best 5 in the league. I don't know. I can't figure it out, man. It's just crazy.
Well, we talked about this last week too. That I have not been able to gauge the Patriots at all because I was on the Browns last week too, and now it's obviously the wrong side. So maybe I'll just stay away from this game. But there's no way I can play the Patriots -7. So most likely to stay away from me. That line really caught me off guard. It hit 7 today. If anything, I thought it was going to go the other way, back toward the Falcons, but maybe that's
at this point, you never want to lay 7. Like, it's either a Falcons buy or pass, but I wouldn't be surprised if it closed 6.5, by the time they play it Thursday night. There's a little buyback. But look, I thought maybe the Browns would get buyback at the 2.5s or like the plus money 2.5 Sunday, and never happened. Like, Pats just kept getting a little more money and it was dead on. So this might just be one of those, we're behind on the Pats the last few weeks and they're legit.
Maybe so. Yeah, they're going to give the Bills a run for their money, it seems like. So, all right. Well, yeah, lock me in for that teaser. I think that's solid.
Cool. We will. We'll lock it in, man. Good luck. Talk to him
tomorrow.
See ya.
Yep. Bye.
Excuse me. Well, who's up next, Quan?
We got Alec in Ohio.
What's up, Alec? Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Preston. How about you?
Doing well. Thank you. What bet do you want to look at today?
I'm going to go South Florida money line against Tulane. I think they're plus 185.
I'm against you on that one. We laid 3.5 yesterday. 4. 3.5s and 4s are in the market, and I know that's moved up, so you're getting a better price. I think last I saw it was 5.5. Look, I know Tulane stinks. This is my case yesterday. We did the season win total draft before the season with Colin Wilson. My number 1 pick was Tulane under wins. I thought the market was way overrating relative to especially the schedule they had to play this year. And I still thought this was low. This is like the absolute buy low for me on Tulane. And if they lose outright, you could totally be right. Then it's just like punt Tulane away into oblivion. But I bought Tulane low. Plus 185 is the best price I see on the other side, though, for your South Florida play. So it's been 40 cents. Tulane's way on the money line. Can't hate it in the end if you want to go with South Florida. So we can lock you in. Plus 185 work?
Yeah, that sounds good. And it's like you got the CLV on it, and Tulane has definitely played a better schedule than South Florida has.
You know what's weird is still that first week when Tulane played Oklahoma and almost won that game. And Oklahoma hasn't been very good anyway since, despite only finally losing their first game last week. But I wonder if my numbers are kind of slightly overrating Tulane because of that result. But early on, I was like, crap, my under 5.5 wins is dead. And then sure enough, it was one of the easiest season win totals of the year. So it's weird how that stuff happens, but I had to just trust that the 3.5 4s were too cheap. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll lock you in for South Florida, though. Good luck.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya. Who's up next? I don't even remember. What's Tulane's record?
You got Jamie in Atlanta.
What's up, Jamie? How are you doing?
Hey, doing well. Beautiful day down here in Atlanta. Sitting outside talking to you guys.
All right, they're 1-9.
Not quite.
I had to look up Tulane's record because I remembered it being horrible. But anyways, continue. And Atlanta is it nice? No rain this time? I know last time you were talking about like rainy weather.
Yeah.
Maybe that was when you were in Auburn.
Yeah, no, that was in Auburn. But
Okay.
we're doing well here, making it through the week. Looking forward to some time off next week. So grinding through here.
Nice. What do you want to look at today?
Question for you. Wanted to ask you about one. What do you got on UTEP and Rice? I backed UTEP last week. I liked them a lot, and then they didn't come through. They gave up like a 50-yard pass with 10 seconds left while the other team was just trying to wind out the clock and go to overtime.
Dude, they
like
tied the game. There was 50
with
seconds.
30
They're kicking off, and somehow they were in field goal range. I didn't even see what happened. I thought it was going to go to OT.
Well, no, it was even worse. They got the other team. The other team's just kind of running out the clock to go into overtime, and then they give up a 50-yard pass on third down from like their own 25. and then the other team runs one play to center it up, and then they kick it and win the game. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's annoying. They were literally trying to run clock
like
until third down.
Yeah, and like then they take one shot on third down, hit a 50-yard pass down the field, kick a field goal, and win the game. Like that was like my biggest edge of the week last week, and then that's what I get for betting on these shit games. But that's where the edge tends to exist anyway.
So this opened way lower at Circa. I don't know if you saw that it opened at 6, climbed all the way to 10.
Yeah.
There's still some 10s out there. There's been some buyback though at 10. My number is 8.4 for what it's worth. So I'm if anything, I would lean Rice, but not rushing to bet 9 or 9.5.
Yeah. I could still get an 8.5, and I was more decided if I wanted to pull the trigger personally, but I made it about 10, so that's why I had some value on 8.5. But I was just curious. Obviously, I'm higher on UTEP in general, so. But I think I'll pass on that one because I like shit games, and we're running out of time here. Back to the KBO.
Ooh, okay.
So it's the Korea Series right now. Their equivalent of the World Series, but aptly named the Korea Series because it's only played amongst themselves. Which begs the question, like, why does the U.S. call it the World Series? It's just in the U.S. Like, it's kind of pretentious.
The best players in the world, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. So looking at Doosan, F5 minus a half, so F5 run line. I'll see if you can do better than this. I can get plus 105 actually on the F5.
You can get 107.
All right. I'll take it. The Bears get back Miranda, who's their best pitcher. He is the Cy Young winner equivalent in KBO.
Mm-hmm.
He set the strikeout record this year. He's really good. He's been injured all playoffs though. He had a shoulder injury, but I read an article says he's healthy. Probably won't go 100 pitches, which is
what language was the article in? Hold on, are you translating?
No, I was not. It was from probably the best English writer in Korea. So he lives in Korea, but he writes in English.
Got it. Okay.
So he did all the translating. Yeah. But no, I mean he should be good through 5. I personally played the run line plus 160 for the full game, but Doosan's bullpen's pretty worn down, and I don't trust it as much. So stick to F5 here, where it should be Miranda heads up against Espana is the other guy. He's decent. He's from Cuba as well. But
the one that used to play for the
Bears
Padres?
have hit him decently well. I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's above average over there, but I mean this guy for the Bears has been really good all year, and the Bears have hit the other guy. They're down 0-2, so if you want to play that narrative, must win, whatever.
He was in the majors from
plus
2014 to 2019. Padres, a little bit with Miami and the White Sox. And his ERA was really high.
Yeah, I was going to say he's a KBO type pitcher. Even over there, he kind of is up and down. Like he does not deserve to be on an MLB roster, but he's decent for over there. But this other guy, Miranda, he's really good. So as long as he's healthy enough to get through 5, I think we should get there. The F5 total is 3.5, so that gives you an idea of what they're expecting there. But yep, Bears F5.
We'll give you the plus 107, man. Good luck. We'll talk to you later on.
All right, sounds good. See you guys.
Excuse me. Who's up next?
We got Carlos.
Carlos, how you doing, brother? You doing good?
What's going on, Preston? How are you? I'm doing great.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I had a question for you. You know, I watched college football a little bit, but these coaches are like, did this coach from Virginia Tech get fired, or is he like done at the end of the year? Like, is this like a new trend that be like, okay, you're done by the end of the year, you just play it out? Or I was always watching, when I watched college football back in the day, they would wait to the end of the season and then let the coaches go.
I thought he was out, but now I'm just checking. Because, what usually happens later in seasons is they'll let the coach play it out, like LSU, right? Ed Orgeron, I think they said
like
something a couple weeks ago, how he might be out, but he's going to keep coaching. My impression from the tweet I saw earlier about Justin Fuente's out. Yeah, defensive line coach J.C. Price will serve as the interim head coach for the remainder of the season. So Fuente's out for sure.
Is that some kind of trend? They don't wait to the end of the season to fire the coaches anymore. They just like, you're bad. So
I think they like to have like a test couple of weeks to see if, an assistant can be the guy for the job, how the team responds. It's like, what's the point of waiting too, I guess would be my argument.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. It's a fair question. I'm not sure, but it definitely is like, if this isn't going to be the guy, what's the point of keeping him on? Let's see what we got and then go from there. We can reassess. So I think it's just trying to gather more data, so to speak, with what you have without Fuente in this case. And so, I don't necessarily hate it, but I don't think, whoever it was, Price, is going to be like the guy. So in this case, they're probably going to be hiring. It's Virginia Tech. They got money to spend on a football coach. Anyways, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, for the contest, there's a little birdie. The golf birdie has talked to me, and he said take Matthew Wolf, top 5. I think at like plus 1,800 maybe, something like that.
Which tournament?
RSM Open. I thought I'd get the golf people started.
It's not on the prop shop one, so I'm gonna have to look directly. Just a second. Why do you like him? In the meantime, Carlos, you got to give us a reason. What's the birdie? Like, what's the reason here?
Well, the birdie got me almost. I was one stroke away from getting top 5 with Sam Burns last week. So the birdie's been giving me some good info.
Okay.
So, it was one stroke from getting top 5 with Sam Burns. So I said, let's go ahead and try this again. The birdie's cool.
Top
I'm getting
5.
there. I'm getting close.
It's not popping up there. All right, I'm going to look one more spot. I don't know why it's not showing top 5s. Did the tournament, it starts Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Is there a recent, cancellation? The RSM Classic. Okay, this should have it. Let me find them.
Yeah.
Hold on. Jeez, is he way down this list? Are you sure he's competing?
Yes, Matt Wallace. Yes, he is. I hope so.
Wait, Wolf or Wallace?
You said Wolf.
You said Wolf before.
Wallace.
That would be.
Oh,
you
did I
want
say
Wallace?
Wolf? I apologize. Wallace. Yes.
Okay,
Matt
well that
Wallace.
explains everything. All right, let me look up Matt Wallace, and he should pop
I
up.
wrote down Matthew Wolf.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
It's okay. All right. He is in this tournament, the RSM Classic. 16-1 is the best I got here. It's about 7 books that are showing. 16-1. Does that work?
All right. That'll work.
Okay, cool. We'll lock you in for that,
All right.
Carlos. Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you later on.
All right.
See ya.
Wild goose. Okay.
I was like, man, this guy must have just like withdrew a couple minutes ago. I don't know what happened. Who's up next?
We got OG John.
What's up, John? How are you doing?
Good. Very good. How about you?
Likewise. Thank you. What do you want to look at today?
You doing good? I'm going to go to hockey, actually.
Okay.
Of it, and I see some huge favorites tonight, and I think one of them's still vulnerable, and it's a big number. So I'm
massive
looking at
hockey
playing
card
the
tonight.
Sabres. Yeah, it's massive. It's very tough to get the fantasy right tonight, obviously. But I'm looking at the Sabres over the Penguins, who have really struggled, and yet it's they're laying a huge number.
Mm-hmm.
So I may try, just for the contest, I'm going to bet it straight, just the Sabres, but I may try the reverse run line, or reverse hockey line, puck line.
Let me look that up. I was actually going to do
-1.
that anyways before you said it, because, I mean, for people, they're over 2-1 just straight as is.
Right.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I mean, they've lost 4 out of 5. The Penguins gave up 6 goals the last 2 nights. They're playing the 3rd game in 4 nights. There's a lot of angles here that Sabres could compete.
Ooh, you want 5-1?
I definitely want 5.
That's pretty. Man, that, in my head, I don't do hockey, but that seems like if they're gonna win by exactly 1, the difference is plus 216 or plus 500 to win by 2 or more. That seems like it's actually a pretty good price. If I were to just again,
it's one
don't
of the
really
fairer prices when you do that reverse puck line. If it's a big dog, I've noticed that they get to 5-1. Which is pretty,
that seems like the difference between 2-1 and 5-1 for only winning by 1 being the differentiator. Like maybe I just don't know how many times dogs win by exactly 1 off the top of my head, but that seems pretty good, at least worth considering. Yeah.
So that's what I'll lock in.
All right, man.
I'll be talking to you later because I advanced.
Sounds good.
One, so I'll be
Beautiful.
talking to you. All right. Bye.
Take it easy.
What's the reverse puck?
So they're a dog.
Yeah.
But now they have to win by 1.5 or more. So normally a dog that big, the other team's laying 1.5 goals to be about an even match. You take the dog that is getting plus 1.5, and now they have to win by 2 or more. I mean, the difference is like a 2-1 dog, implied it's like 33% that they win the game. But at 5-1, it's like 16.7. Yeah, 16.7%. So like how often are they winning by exactly 1? Is it really like 16% of the time?
That hand rub is concerning.
I don't know. It seems like that. I should ask like a couple of the hockey people I know. That just seems. I don't know. I don't know hockey. Maybe when dogs of that range win outright, that allotted percentage is only. Yeah, it could just be right. I mean, probably is. It is a derivative market. So hey, you know what? Let's see if Rufus and Captain Jack have something on unabated for hockey. I've never done hockey, never looked. Let me log in. Do we have callers? They got to wait 20 seconds. This is worthwhile. Also because I'm just curious now. Derivatives, alternate lines. I imagine they have hockey. Yes, they do. Primary line. Plus. Wait a second. Can you do... Oh, there it is. Okay. Plus 2... 16 was the best price, but it's like opponent will say is more. What was the opponent? Minus 240-ish. Yep. Okay. Puck line. Huh. All right. It says plus 492 is fair. So I was only right by 8 cents, which is a fraction of a percent. So So I guess it's supposed to be about there. Man, that just seems like. Let me just try one more thing. All right, next. Anyway, I just had to do that. I was going to think about it too long.
We got Hunter B. and
Hunter is? All right, Hunter, thanks for being patient. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Preston. All good. Carlos's little golf birdie paid me a visit, too. I've got a couple of golfers that I would like. There's one price that doesn't make sense to me, and I'm not in a legal state, so I can't look it up. But could you look up Vincent Whaley on FanDuel for top 20?
Vincent, what's his last name?
Whaley, Whaley, W-H-A-L-E-Y.
Vince Whaley, okay, now populated. What do you want him just to win?
Vince. Top 20.
Top 20 in the RSM Classic, I see at one shop is plus 450. Let me look at another one.
I showed a scrape price at FanDuel at like 10-1, but that doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, that's off for sure if it's up there. Let me see this one real quick. Top 20, Vince. Man, there's so many golfers in this dang tournament. DraftKings is definitely higher, so maybe the plus 450 at BetMGM is more incorrect. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to take the 10-1 if it was available at FanDuel. If it's a mistake, then I'll take somebody else.
It looks like no. I don't think it's a mistake. DraftKings, as I'm looking through, it's not jumping out at me. So I'm probably just missing it. There it is, 5-1 on DraftKings. So 10-1, I mean, it's about double the price it should be at the other two books that have it.
Okay. Have you seen it at FanDuel? I mean, I don't want to take like a mistake.
I mean, I think it's okay as long as it's listed. Like, you're saying you can't actually look yourself? I see what you're saying.
I can't look at. I can't.
All right,
look
I'll log in
FanDuel.
real quick.
Yeah,
why not?
Sorry, I don't mean to bog it down.
No, I don't care. I think this stuff's fun because I mean, if there's people out there that can bet at FanDuel, then they should.
I mean, this would be way off market.
Top 20. All right, got it up now finally. 10-1. Ooh, it is not listed on the site.
Okay. It's a mistake that I'm looking at then.
Yep.
So I'll swerve. I'll go Adam Svensson. He's at plus 850 for the top 20.
Okay.
I showed that at Bet365 and other places. Another course that's pretty short. Driving accuracy is going to matter more than it usually does. He hits it pretty straight. Not a great putter. Everybody's going to be, if you hit it straight, you're going to have wedges in. So just looking for a little positive putting regression. And
right on.
I need to
You
make
can
up
get
some
plus
ground.
850 on him, by the way. A little bit better.
Yep, perfect. Yeah.
Cool, man. Good luck. We'll talk to you later on.
All right. Thanks, Preston.
See ya. There was like 2 other times on this show someone called in and asked about a mistake line. And I don't know if you remember this. We talked about it, and I said people that can actually bet on it should bet on it. And then like they pulled it like 5 minutes later because I think so. If it really was 10-1, that's like a bad line. People should bet it. That's why I wanted to look just in case. It's free money.
Listen, man, every time Last Word
Free
Cheetah
EV.
does something, we move the needle.
Yeah. Who's up next?
We got Sarp.
What's up, Sarp? How you doing?
How's it going, Preston? You doing all right?
I am. What do you want to look at today?
I'm going to go first quarter over in that Warriors Nets.
Oh, he's back.
You mean Warriors Durant? I don't know if you heard the beginning of this or you've seen the Durant likes when this article that released earlier today on the Warriors, this and that. Anyways, point is, I think Durant's going to go bonkers.
I heard what you were saying, and I agree with you. Yeah, he takes all the heck. He's real sensitive about all that tweeting and stuff. So I'd expect something out of him.
56.5 for the total. Does that work?
I'll take it, man.
All right. Easy as that. Good luck, man. We'll talk to you later on.
All right. Thank you.
Sarb starting to make his move.
He went on runs. I mean, I say it every time, but playoffs last year, he won 6 or 7 straight. On first quarters, always over. I think he's done like a couple this year. I'm not sure. Maybe he split. He's in like 2 earlier this year. He's 1-1, but he's jumping in for this one. I don't know. His track record's pretty good on these. Next.
We got Hayden in Dallas.
What's up, Hayden? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. First thing for my pick, I don't know if you saw that Dallas moved from +1 to +2.5 today.
I did.
I don't know who thinks Kansas City's better than Dallas. They must be a moron. But yeah, wild to me. So I'll be waiting probably till Friday to put that money line in. But we're going to, for the pick today, fade the steam and retire North Dakota State +17.
Ooh. What's the angle other than fading the steam? Just think the number's too tall now?
Yeah, correct. I mistakenly betted at +16.5 last night, and then it moved against me, and I did it.
Let me look up. Arizona. That is pretty high. My preliminary numbers have it at 14.2. So I would agree with you here, taking 17.
Yep.
All right, man.
Yeah, I think it must have been at least a 4-point edge for me last night. So I probably have like an 11. So this is massive. And it worked out with Ohio State last night. We'll see.
It did. That was not even a question. I think, did they win by 30-something? I was tracking that, so well done.
Yeah.
Yep. Classic, just reaction to one game to start the season. Now the second game, Ohio State's like 3 points cheaper. You got to lay it, and yeah, worked out this time. Good luck tonight, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. See ya.
Bye. By the way, hopefully some people that were able to get the early BYU line against Oregon at 5.5. It's 4.5 now. I still like 4.5. So for those that are wondering, that was one that was a Christian that's going to the game. He called in yesterday. He wanted money line. Yeah, I thought it should be more like 2.
Did we give him that for today? Because he put it in yesterday.
There was like one money line price, right? Or did he do a different bet and was he going to call back in today? I don't remember.
He didn't. He said, "I'm going to the game," and I think there wasn't a price.
Oh, we were going to give it to him depending on whatever it was?
Yeah.
If that's the case, he can have plus 170 right now. So we can double check. We can go back to the footage and double check. But yeah, plus 170 is the best price now. So we can give that to him. Who's up next?
We got Chris in Chicago.
All right. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hey, great. How are we doing, Preston?
I'm doing well.
Skipping right over that. I'm calling to talk some golf.
Okay. Let's go.
Like everyone else. And since all I can do is post winners in Discord on the dailies, I'm going for winners here. I'm really betting 4 guys, but for this contest, I'm going to take the long shot Tyler Duncan to win this. Coming into form a little bit, and it's not a long hitter's course. He can actually win golf tournaments every once in a while. So we're going to take a shot on him at I think I bet him at 130 to 1, but he's about 125 range.
There's still 130 that I see. So
I'll take it.
You can have that. If you win this, you're probably going to win the month. Just going to lay that out there. I'm not sure anyone's catching you.
That's my theory, is if I just hit one winner in about any of these months, I'm going to be in good shape. And golf's my sport, so we'll stick with it.
Beautiful. All right, man. Good luck. We'll lock it in.
Appreciate it. Yep, thanks.
Take care.
That's the longest shot.
You logging in to bet that right now? I saw you chasing like 20 to 1 first touchdowns on Deshaun Jackson the other night. Sunday night, you're like, oh, shit, my settles at midnight. I got to do something.
Yeah.
You're
I
firing
was
first
up,
TD.
and I was like, oh, yeah, I got some free rolls.
Oh, that's right. You were up.
Yeah. So
usually people do that when they're down and they need to get a long shot to get over their settle number.
Trying to play with some house money. I rolled.
We've all been there.
who was it yesterday? I did Cooper Kupp first TD, Rams in the under.
Did you do Rams 9 pass drops?
Man, you wanted to. And listen, that interception from Higbee, it's like.
The pick 6 one?
Yeah.
I don't blame. Like, Stafford was getting drilled, and you made a tweet about it, I think. I actually agreed with you.
I know.
And I only watched like half of the game in and out, and I saw personally like 5 just bunnies. That I was trying. I was like, is it raining and I can't tell?
It was.
So like maybe that was part of it, but like he had so many guys that were dead on. Like
the Cooper Kupp,
you got to catch him. There was a Higbee on third down that wasn't the pick that he would have just fallen over.
Yeah.
Would have been a first down on 3rd and 7 when they were still only down 14. I don't know. It was weird.
I was in a Jack Daniels coma.
But I told you that game, I was like, everyone just loves the Rams. It's trappy as can be. Easiest bet of the night, of the week, of the month.
They had
of
the
the
ball
season.
for 40 minutes on offense. Time was that. It's like, come on, man. Somebody say something about this defense. We got ties up.
What's up, Ty? How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing well. What do you want to look at for today?
I was just wondering what's going on with the Cal Stanford football line. Is that injury based, or I'm seeing like -1.5 for Cal on DK, but then like +5 on Stanford and some other places? Like, what's with the discrepancy? Is it injury related?
So I'm going to tell you and be honest. I was on a phone call until right before this show started, and I saw the screen moving while I was on the phone call, and I was like, that's interesting, because it was it like 4.5, 5, 5.5 even? And so it must be a QB thing. Because then I saw, I get Tailgate Tent stuff, and I'm pretty sure he sent out Cal +1, though, after the fact. So whatever it is, I had not seen, because we literally went live right after I got off the call, and I haven't been able to look at it. But I saw it moving, and then I saw he played +1 regardless, and now Cal's -1.5 most spots. So it has to be, for it to move that much related to QB. Is it Garber still that's the quarterback?
Yeah.
So, it's got to be that. I could just Google it on Twitter, I guess, right now. Give me a second.
Yeah, I just did a little Twitter search, and it looks like the Stanford quarterback is likely to play. So I guess that's why they
Tanner
went from probably
McKee. So it's the other side.
Yeah. But it sounds like Tailgates doesn't. He likes the Cal side. That's an overreaction.
Yeah, the upgrade for McKees are really worth 4 to 5 points. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll dig in a little more. I can remind me tomorrow, and I'll dig in a little more to it. But yeah, for now,
yeah, I'd be curious
too close.
to stay on that. That's not going to be my play. I was just wondering about it. The play today is going to be South Alabama. I see 21 at Alabama, and this is two things. It's a fade of the mush, but also I do believe that there's a little extra in play when you're playing an in-state team, and I think that you may find that the back door's open when Bama's up 19, 20, 21 late, and South Alabama has the ball, score, Bama dribbles it out, cover.
All the guys that are mad they weren't recruited by Alabama, playing for the smaller Alabama school.
Exactly.
I've heard it before. I think the number is pretty close to fair, but I can't blame you. If you made me bet it, I would take 21 though, and it has moved down from 23.5 at open. So at least seemingly on the sharper side, anyways.
Yeah, I thought I was potentially lurking this month until Qwan shot me down. So Quan's off my friend list now.
Wait a minute. How is
You
this
said-
on me?
remember you said, I'm just gonna give him an L.
Market, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like I didn't do that. I can be overruled. Like, I mean, if you say
You made it easy
do the
for me to
spin.
blame you.
This was the compromise. We'll do the spin, but if we do the spin, everybody else is on the leaderboard is going to get pissed.
Yeah. If we spun, it's a
Well,
50-50 shot, so it's
only-
like a free 3.5 units.
We only need to do that seriously if we get into the last 10 days and I have a shot.
We
Otherwise,
can
just
reassess.
forget
Okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. We'll discuss.
That's worse.
I'll call you back in a little while.
All right. See ya.
I think that's 100% worse. I think it has to be now or never. Because if you go
I don't think so, because people know I'm not going to let anyone get screwed over. If it comes down to it and he's really in the mix and that's the difference, then I'll just pay him out like a portion to or something. We'll make it happen. But there's also a very high likelihood he's not even close anyways, and so it won't come into play. So we might as well just wait and see. I agree with doing it that way.
Joey's at home with his fist ball right now. Like Arthur.
Dude, Joey's called in for betting extraordinaire yesterday. I hope he won. I don't remember who he picked. But yeah, he hasn't been calling into Last Word Cheetah since then.
He didn't even get through, I don't think.
Oh, he lost the wheel spin. Poor Joey, just on an absolute cooler right now. The thing is, that one was fair and square. Like, Ty just copied him. And the only thing I helped Ty do was make sure that whoever was in third couldn't jump up. Yeah. So I kind of screwed Vicby over. Ty's strategy versus Joey was the same either way. It wasn't going to matter. So, anyways, how many more callers do we have on?
We got 4 right now.
All right, we got to blitz through these so I can talk over just 3 totals that jumped out earlier this morning when I went through them for college football this weekend. And, so let's get through these. Who's first?
We got Tone.
Tone, what's up, man? How you doing?
Just know Ty's on some absolute bullshit. Just know all this talk. I feel bad for Joey.
Speaking of, did you watch that Pacers fourth quarter against the Knicks? I know you had Pacers money line.
Oh, they put up a good 10 burger. A 10.
2 for 20.
And I don't think they scored. It was incredible. I mean, I turned it off because it was just too incredible. But it was a good fourth quarter. It was a good first quarter. They really came to play. I
kind of blamed myself because I saw that I knew you had money line. I was like, 8 minutes left. Pacers up 3. This will be a good game. They didn't score the first 5 minutes I watched. It was insane.
Oh, no, They didn't score at all in that fourth quarter. It was honestly incredible. That was a good game. Love the Nets tonight, but I never take favorites on here.
Wait, we can go outline.
Give me the Washington football team money line this weekend.
Fade the Cam Newton train. Fade your Carolina Panthers that got you.
Absolutely. You throw them right back the next week. You throw them right back to where they belong, a fucking dumpster. You throw Cam right back in that fucking trash can. He comes out for a second. They only give him goal line packages. Pretty much the most perfect picture for Cam, so he doesn't actually have to make a read and make a throw. All he has to do is run the ball or a play action and throw it to the guy in front of him. He might have the worst game of his career against Ron Rivera this weekend. I can't wait for it. I literally cannot wait for it.
You think Rivera knows him at all?
Oh, yeah, half a more.
Did Tone die? Is he there? You good?
I said, half a mortgage on the Redskins. Can you hear me?
Yes, plus 168. Washington football team. Plus 168.
Tone, how much do you think his mortgage is?
Whose mortgage?
Whose mortgage?
Mine?
Yeah.
Preston's? Preston's a half a billionaire.
Did you see his look away?
I'm just waiting to hear it.
He lives up in the mountains. He's got this huge fucking house up there in Cali. He's probably got 6 others out there in Cougarland. Preston's half a billionaire. He owns half the NFTs. He runs half the internet. He's the James Harden of gambling, Twitter. We've already been through this.
Cougar Town, are you referring to Provo, Utah?
Oh, yeah.
There's zero chance I'm ever owning property in Provo, Utah. I absolutely despised it, even though I went to school there.
I'm calling cap on it. Preston's going to finally try his first drugs and go and make his return. I'm calling cap on it.
Okay. By the way, plus 168 for Washington. See you, Tone. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, love that. Wait. One last.
Okay.
Tell me why I shouldn't be laying the plus 1,000. Dak Prescott most passing yards.
We're not familiar with the standings right now.
All right. Well, Brady's got 27. He's only got 20, but and Brady's
old. Is that what you're getting at?
No, not so much old. I just think like game plan wise, it's like I don't know. What are they gonna have to play?
Oh, it's 10-1 for the weekend. I thought you were talking about most passing yards for the season. You're talking about for this game against Kansas City.
No, for the season. It is for the season.
Oh.
It is for the season.
He's like 15th right now.
He has 20, and Brady has 27. And he's played less. He's getting way more passing touchdowns a game. I'm saying.
Oh, you said
I don't know, I
yards.
just feel like
You're
they have
saying
such
touchdowns.
A pass-centric attack.
Never mind. Touchdowns is different. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
He's 4th.
That's what I'm saying.
7 TDs behind Brady. Mahomes is about to go absolutely bonkers. I'm guessing 10-1 isn't that good of a price, but.
All right, then I'm not doing it. Preston, I said, give me a reason why I shouldn't. There it all was. Have a good day, boys. Oh, wait, Qwan. No one hate on Qwan. I feel bad for Matt Stafford. It was quite a good night. That first pick, whew, what a pick. The next pick, whew, what a pick. Have a good night, boys.
He's the best. All right, who's next? We got to hurry now.
We got Brian in New York.
All right, Brian, I'm sorry. We got to go quick. What's up, man?
Hey, Cheetah. I liked John's look on the Sabres tonight. I'm going to take them on just the normal puck line, plus 1.5. I believe it's minus 107.
Sure, let me just double check if that's the best I can give you. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to win that one than the minus 1.5. I can give you minus 107. Yep, that's the best. That works.
All right. Thank you. Go Sabres.
Easy enough. Talk to you later. Next.
We got Evan in Los Angeles.
What's up, Evan? How are you doing?
Doing well by yourself.
Likewise. What do you want to look at for your bet today?
I'll take the best number you can get me for the Carolina Hurricane on the puck line. I see a plus 180.
Yep, that is the best. Plus 180 at Westgate and Caesars, I believe, are the best price. What's the angle here against Vegas?
Vegas has some COVID issues, and Carolina's actually playing pretty well this season, so we'll just take that angle again.
All right. Fair enough. We'll lock that in, man. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.
Last caller is Andre.
Andre, what's up? Excuse me. Started coughing. How you doing?
What's going on, Preston? I'm going to get right to the business. I need the 76ers plus 10 against the Utah Jazz. No way the Jazz are going to blow the doors off the Sixers. They're playing motivated. They're playing confident, with all the Ben Simmons drama. So they may take an L as Utah, is tough, particularly at home, but they're not going to lose by 10. So that's going to get the job done for me. And now you guys got to get on the football. Thanks for taking the call. See you tomorrow.
See ya. I'm not sure if Andre knows
Nobody's playing.
Embiid is out because of COVID-19 still. He doesn't clear until the 18th, so that'd be Thursday. Danny Green was also ruled out, hamstring. Matisse Thybulle's also out indefinitely. That's why the number's so high. Definitely the Jazz would not be 10-point favorites to the Sixers. I believe it's basically Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris. Good luck with Seth Curry. Got to give him some love. That's why it's so high. Hopefully Andre's right anyway. But if he wasn't aware, maybe we save him some money before he actually bets it himself. With that, let's go college football real quick before we get to Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. Day 2 coming up in about 10 minutes. Just 3 totals. The first one, 316. Southern Miss, La Tech. No more 51s in the market, but 50.5 50s are still okay. Honestly, even 49.5. My number's closer to 47 anyway, and that was before. And I also got this from, speaking of Tailgate Tent. I hadn't seen this myself. But he said that Will Hall mentioned he intends to play upwards of 7 players at the quarterback position this weekend. I mean, it's been horrible for them. Ranked, bottom of the country, bottom 3 in the country in just about everything. And I guess they're just going to start throwing in some random guys, just seeing what can happen. Like, okay, good luck. The number, even if they were playing their best QB, not 7 different QBs, which is so strange. Maybe it's bad because they're going to throw so many interceptions and stuff that it just there's points the other way. I don't know. But again, should be a few points lower anyway, best case scenario. So had to go with that one. 2 others. This one, no weather concerns that I saw, like Maryland, Michigan over 343. 55.5 to 56.5 are all buys for me. And look, this opened in the 60s at Circa. That's where I have it. I think I've bet Maryland overs a couple of times, and they've split. But this is, I think, the third time that I've shown an edge on a Maryland over, so maybe I'm just a little too bullish. He hates being called to his brother, but to his brother. One of the Tagovailoas. Gotta just trust the number I like over there. And the last one, I thought, who was it? Do you remember, Qwan, that made the call, took Iowa State yesterday? So he talked about the similarities between Iowa State and Baylor and their front four and how they defend. We talked about, I heard about Aranda and his success against Oklahoma, dating back to the playoff at LSU, and then Baylor last year. And then again, we saw it against Oklahoma and Caleb Williams, especially not being able to handle pressure. Iowa State's defense is pretty good anyways. Their offense, better than Baylor's. They grade out better, but we're getting 60.5, 60. I think it's back to the well with an Oklahoma offense that's just kind of sputtering, and a defense that kind of, grades out similar to Baylor on that side, just has really good game film to watch the week prior. My raw number, not in really kind of digging into the matchup, is 57 anyway. So I think just anyway, it's a little tick high. And if there's anything on kind of Oklahoma and going up against this type of defense, which they just did against Baylor, then maybe there's a little extra advantage there regardless. So those are my three totals. There were two that were close that I always intend to circle and then forget. Oh, Utah, Oregon over. Excuse me. That's probably the closest one to a bet that I would need. I believe a 58 is a buy point, and it's all 58.5, 59. So it's close, but that's one. And then the other one I'm just a little concerned about was another over, was Wake Forest Clemson. One, because a lot of Clemson priors say their offense is better. Now they're going up against a Wake Forest defense that isn't pretty good. But I'm also curious now, Wake Forest hasn't played many good defenses yet all year. They've been fantastic. Love Sam Hartman, what they've been doing. But now they're facing Clemson on the road. The Wake offense might just kind of take a step back here. So I'm being cautious there, but it did open up way lower, and that's another part of it. You could get like 54.5, 55 early on in the week, moved right up. There's a pretty big difference between under 55 and betting 56.5, 57. So if it somehow went back down to 54.5, even the 54. I mean, there was a 53.5 at one point, according to the screen here. That's a lot different bet than where it's currently at. But that was one I was looking at for anyone that's just curious. Two overs that were close. But that's that. I think we're good to wrap it up. And I think we got to go.
Callers.
We have two callers?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Tom Davis and Vic B.
All right, we got to be quick, but is Tom first?
Yes.
Okay, Tom, just hit us with your bet, man, and then we got to get going.
All right, buddy. Let me get Kevin Kisner for the golf.
Say that again. Kevin
Kisner in the golf this weekend.
Got it. You want him to win?
Yes.
40-1. Is that good?
That sounds perfect.
All right. Look, for people that are wondering, Tom wins these like every other week. So take a look at Kevin Kisner. We can talk more about it tomorrow, Tom. We'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Have a good evening.
See ya. And Vic B is up. What is up, man? Welcome to the show.
Oh, not much, man.
Hit us with your best shot.
All right. So, what's the best number you can give me on Eastern Michigan money line tonight?
That was Nick's play to start the show.
Plus 194.
He got 194, but the market has moved, I imagine, in the last 54 minutes. So I am checking, and now it is only plus 190, unless FanDuel moved because he was giving the FanDuel number. That's true. We'll just go 194. 190 is still the same on the rest of the board, but that works. We can lock you in for that.
I'll take him. All right, cool.
Beautiful. Talk to you later.
Hey, what's up with Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire? This is day 2.
Day 2, yeah.
Okay. All right.
No problem. See ya.
Peace.
We're going to be doing a lot of Kevin Durant props. I'm excited. That's going to be the question. New stream in a few minutes. Until then, we'll catch you on Last Word Cheetah again tomorrow, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, here in the Bets TV studios. I am Preston Johnson. Thank you, Qwan. We'll talk to you soon. If you're on Betting Extraordinaire Day 2, how many people? 6 people. 6 through. Chance to win $25,000. We'll talk soon.